Travel with us through beautiful Southern Oregon as we visit the gems of the Rogue Valley. These are some of the most popular and hidden gems in the region. We'll take you and explore incredible venues, amazing hotspots, unique museums, and places you can bring the whole family. So get ready for your hosts, Cassandra Wass and David Nienow.
Hello, and welcome to Gems of the Rogue Valley. I'm your host, David Glamour Dave Nienow.
And I'm your host, Cassandra Fabulous Wass.
That's right.
And today we have a relatively new gem to the Rogue Valley where I think the sky is the limit. And they actually have a tagline for this particular festival gem called Anything Goes, but I think, you know, where the sky is the limit,
That's right.
anything
It certainly
goes.
seems appropriate for them.
Yeah, right. So what we're talking about is the Grants Pass Balloon and Kite Festival, which will take place this year on June 1st, 2nd, and 3rd in Grants Pass on the property of Fort Vannoy Farms.
And with us today, we happen to have Jag McClintock, who's the marketing and event coordinator for Fort Vannoy Farms. And Jag happens to have already been on our show previously for our Fall Harvest Festival show. And so we welcome Jag back to the show.
Thank you. Good to be here.
Remember last time we were in costume?
I know. You were wearing the hat last time.
That's right. Now you're in the hat.
That's right, yeah.
Well, welcome.
So to begin with, Jag, this is a fairly new event. So how long has this Balloon and Kite Festival been around, and how did it get started?
2017 was our inaugural year, so
Okay.
this year will actually be our first annual Grants Pass Balloon and Kite Festival.
Oh, okay.
And Caleb LaPlante is the chair of the event itself. So he's the one that basically created it, and it was mostly founded for the three nonprofits or beneficiaries of the event that he works really closely with as a member of Rotary.
Okay.
So Greater Grants Pass Rotary has partnered with the City of Grants Pass and Fort Vannoy Farms to create this event.
Okay, and so you mentioned beneficiaries of the event. So who are those beneficiaries?
Our beneficiaries are CASA, Every
Okay.
Child, and Safe Families.
Okay, all righty. So then, now this begins we're talking about an event that's going to be taking place in June.
Yes, June 1, 2, and 3.
Okay.
And for the three beneficiaries, so is it actually a fundraiser? Are you actually raising money for these? Are there different charities, or what are they exactly?
Well, when we started this program, you know, they kind of knew that we were going to be building into this event, and so they just wanted to be a part of it to create awareness for their different organizations.
Okay.
And this year they are doing something different. They're hands-on. So we are putting together a kiddie play area where you'll have, you know, you can purchase a ticket and send your kid into the kiddie play area, and it will be manned by the three beneficiaries.
Oh,
so
great.
it's really hands-on, exciting this year that they get to, you know, do get fundraising opportunities there, as well as being a part of the community and really working in to the community with what they do for the community.
Right, and they'll have booths, right?
They
and
will.
You can visit their booths.
Yes, yes. A lot
Okay.
of what they'll be doing
Yeah.
for the Grants Pass Balloon and Kite Festival is they'll have wildlife images there, science works, kid time music and movement, face painting, kite making, balloon animals, all kinds of fun stuff like that. So they're really getting their hands on this year, and I'm excited for it.
Wow, that is
Yeah, that sounds like really a fun, exciting thing for the family. So.
absolutely. Well, all right, let's talk about the balloons.
Okay.
Because I think this is the spectacular part. And so your doors open at 4:30 a.m. and people can come in, right?
Well, the launch site is actually off the River Road Reserve. It's not on the festival event site.
Okay.
They launch from Parkside Elementary,
Okay.
South Middle School, and maybe even Redwood Elementary. So they'll have chasers. You're more than welcome to go there and watch them blow up the balloons and launch off. A lot of our sponsors will actually be in those balloon baskets. You know, so we'd like to take care of the people that are taking care of us.
Right.
And so the launches, you're more than welcome to join us at the launches, and then they will launch and then land somewhere We never know.
You never know.
And then we'll also have tether balloon rides from the event site.
Yes, we're going to talk about
Okay,
those.
okay.
But so you can go and watch these, and like you were saying, do you guys post it on your Facebook actually where the launch sites are going to be so that people can know where to go?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes.
And so then you can bundle up and go and do that. And okay, so you were just saying they go. And that's what I wanted to know. Like, where did the balloons go? Do they go to another event? Do they just land somewhere? Like, what happens?
Wherever the wind takes them.
Wherever the wind takes them. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really exciting.
And then the balloon chasers chase them. So they're like in their cars and they just go to wherever they're going to land.
Yes.
And I have to tell you, I was when I was doing research for this, I was on YouTube and I saw that there was this clip where it had just landed right in someone's neighborhood. And then these guys were trying to, wrangle it in very quickly. So, I mean, it can land anywhere.
Yep.
So consequently, if this all takes place in a really big windstorm, someone could follow the right balloon and wind up in Oz. Right? Is what we're saying, is what we're talking about, right?
What do you think was your most spectacular balloon?
Well, last year we had 10 balloons, and this year we will have 20 balloons. I don't know that we have any one spectacular. The balloonists are amazing because they name their balloons. It's a lifestyle as a balloonist. And Bob Raper is our balloon maestro. So he will be choreographing the skies through the weekend for us. So if and one of the things that people really have to understand too is this event is based on weather. I mean, it's last year we had an understorm come through, not a cloud in the sky, but a low cut-in wind, and that
kind of hurts
made
things.
it hard for us to launch, for us to tether, for us to do the night glows, and so everything has to, is dependent on the weather for this 3-day weekend. But we keep our fingers crossed, and we've got 20 balloons this year, and to me they're all spectacular. So,
well, we. This is such an opportunity for photographers. And Jag sent us over quite a few pictures from different photographers. So we have a special video, and if we can go ahead and play that video, it'll show the photographers and their balloons that they've taken pictures of.
Well, there's some really great photography of the balloons. That's really cool.
I know, you should get out there with your camera this year for sure, and then you could be featured on there.
Hey, there you go, yeah.
So you have something on, I think it's Friday and Saturday nights called the Night Glow.
We do. Gates open on Friday at 4 p.m. And you're more than welcome to come in. We have at least 10 food vendors, an assortment of different types of vendors and foods and drinks. And lay out your blanket, get your spot, buy your kite. We will have live music on Friday night to go along with the night glow.
Okay.
And basically that's just where the balloons tether up on the ground, and they're secured down to the ground.
Okay.
And they do a little light show with their balloons set to music. So it's amazing.
Oh, wow.
And we do that on
But they
Friday
don't
and
fly.
Saturday night. No. They don't go up.
Might be harder to chase.
Yeah, hard to chase at night.
Wow, wow, that is, that's amazing.
Yeah. Now, beyond the night glow event, there's additional other events, correct?
Well, hold on, because we have a video of the night glow. It's just
that's
a real
right.
quick
Okay.
one. So
Yeah.
can we go ahead and play that quick video?
Yeah, that's pretty cool to see.
I know, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And this year we're doing that on Friday and Saturday night, and we also have live music. We have a big stage, and so this year we're having soundstage music review, as well as Rachel Sandine. So we'll have live music on 2 different nights, and the cow train running, and the events. You know, the location is just bustling. It's amazing to watch.
So now, in addition to the night glow, and you've got like tethered rides.
We do
right?
tethered balloon rides starting at 8 a.m. in the morning
Okay.
from
How do
the
those work?
festival site.
So you get in?
You get in,
Okay.
and you're tied to the ground, but you go up 60 feet, so you can look down on the event site and just and look all through the valley at that point.
You just like hang up there for like 5 or 10
Yep,
minutes?
Yep, and then they yank you back down, and you can get right back in line and do it again. See, and that makes me feel a little bit more better than not knowing where I'm going to land.
Right.
I know where I'm going to
Tethered
land.
rides are great.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, well, you know where you're going and you know where you're coming back from.
Right. For sure.
And there's no worry about finding yourself in Oz.
No.
Right? So, okay.
Yeah. That's a controlled Oz.
So now, are there you, in terms of where you're at now, in terms of support, are you in need of like volunteers to help with this event?
Absolutely. We've hit the ground running since the beginning of the year, moving forward with permits to make this event happen. Sponsorships. We're right now looking for sponsorships,
Okay.
different types of companies that want to be a part of this event, as well as volunteers. We invite people to go to gpballoonfest.com
Okay.
to sign up and be a volunteer.
All right. And does the event also have a Facebook page or any other
Absolutely.
social? Okay.
Yes.
And wait, you said you have other rides. Are those rides from Fort Vannoy? What other rides do you have?
We do have the cow train on site.
Oh, we
of
love
course.
the cow
We
train.
bring
We
our
talked
cows.
about
That's
that
right.
one before. Oh,
Yeah.
there's the cow
Bossy
train.
and bossy.
There it is.
Yep. And we basically do the hay pyramid. A lot of things that we do in October. Our kettle corn is there. Our farm stand will be set up. We will be selling Grants Pass Balloon and Kite Festival merchandise this year. Shirts, hats, visors, stickers. You can purchase your own kite. We will have your own kite flying area. So
And wait, you have a kite making. The kids can do kite making,
absolutely,
right?
Absolutely.
Oh, that's super fun.
Yeah, that'd be kind of fun to learn. Yeah.
Well, should we talk about the kites?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
Yeah. So let's
okay.
move on to the kites.
Okay, so you have an experienced performer area for kites, and then you have a public area. So let's talk about that.
So our experienced area is basically being choreographed this year.
Oh.
So Bob Raper is our balloon maestro, and they're going to kill me. Brett and Phil are, and the Wind Chasers, and are, the people that we've brought into the area to help us orchestrate this. And we want to make sure that there is something in the sky at all times during this weekend. So if it's too windy for the balloons, we pull those down and the kites go right up.
Some pictures.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
And
look
these
at
kites
that.
are so big and so massive, and it's just an amazing thing to see up in the sky.
And so then this year you're also going to have a public area.
We will have a public area where you can purchase a kite from the farm stand, or you can bring your own from home and take it over and just fly it on your own, and you won't get tethered in with the really experienced kite flyers.
Right.
Yeah, right.
And the
Because
Wind
they're probably
Chasers.
really big and expensive, and they're like, oh, don't get tangled in my string.
Yeah, and the Wind Chasers, exactly, because the Wind Chasers actually put on their own dance.
Oh.
So the wind chasers are the smaller kites that you actually work, and they have like their own little movement type stuff, but they can zip them and fly them, and they make noise, and you don't just tether them down and they hang out in the breeze.
Well,
They-
that sounds
they do a
different
dance.
than the kites of old that I used to play with as a kid. So.
Oh, yes.
I can barely
yes.
get my kites up.
This kite over here, on my birthday this year, we went to the beach, and I was like, I want to fly a kite. Because when I was a kid, there used to be a big festival in Los Angeles that I used to go to, and we used to just be flying kites. So I was like, I am flying a kite on my birthday.
Yeah,
And
okay.
so that's the one we got over
Yeah.
there, and it was so much fun.
Yeah.
So I got to say, get out there and fly your kites.
Yeah.
For sure.
Well, when I flew kites as a kid, I had a problem with a local neighborhood tree that used to eat my kite. And in fact, it's my experiences that led to Charles Schultz using that in Peanuts. And so Charlie Brown's kite-eating
right.
tree was based on my life as a kid.
Oh, that's based on you.
Yeah, it's based
I
on
see.
me, yeah.
Oh, I see. You sent that in.
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, so,
If it makes you feel better, the River Road Reserve property has not a single tree on it.
Okay, well.
You're
that-
going to be good.
Yeah, okay, there's some safety there.
25-acre plot with not a tree. So
Okay, well, I want to talk about, you are going to have this mega kite,
the mega flag.
the mega flag kite there, which is the biggest kite in the world and in the Guinness World Book of World Records.
Yes.
So was it there last year?
The mega flag was at the Grants Pass Balloon and Kite Festival last year.
Okay.
Caleb LaPlante, the chair of this event, is actually in the works with David Gomberg, sorry, Dave, to purchase the mega flag. So it will be exclusively, this is the only place it will ever fly in the entire world. It is the largest kite in the world, and it's in the shape of the American flag.
Oh, there it is.
And it's just humbling. It's moving to watch that go up. It has to be hooked to a dumpster, a big dump truck. It's that it could take you away. And we have to fly, the one person that can fly it, we actually have to fly him out from West Virginia.
Oh, wow.
He's
Yeah.
a nice vacation,
Jim Martin is amazing, and he's the one person that can fly it. So we will be buying that kite this year.
Oh, wow.
And we will still fly Jim out to fly it for us in years to come.
Yeah.
Well, it looked like there's a whole crew that they put together and everything.
A lot of those are volunteers.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I read on your site that it's like at 11 a.m. that they do that on which days? On Saturday and Sunday?
On Saturday and Sunday.
Okay. So it's a big, like, just show.
Yes.
Okay.
And if people in the area are also interested in the aviation aspect of it too, Bob Raper, our balloon maestro, will be putting on classes at RCC to teach people about ballooning. And so, ideally, we're trying to build our foundation for this event to continue on in the future by having these classes held at RCC.
Oh, well, that's really exciting.
So if you wanted to know more about balloons,
Yeah.
I think that's
that'd be
incredible.
fun.
Well, we have
the video,
a
right?
video showing the owners of the balloon and talking a little bit about it. Okay, now we have to go.
My wife Susan and I own this kite. We call it the Mega Flag. It is the largest kite in the world. That's been certified by Guinness, certified by the American Kite Flyers Association. And we're here at the American Kite Flyers Association National Convention in Des Moines. Decided to get the kite out and share it with some of our friends. So, it was manufactured by a company called Peter Lynn Limited out of New Zealand. He's known for making large kites and has held world records in the past. And he has actually manufactured 3 of these, all identical in size. One's in Europe and one is in Asia, and one's here in the USA. We can fly this kite with about 5 people, but we'd like to do it with a little bit bigger crowd because, anytime you're working with something that weighs 500 pounds, it's easier to move it around with 20 people than it is to try and move it around with 5 people. But 5 people can fly, set the kite up and anchor it effectively. It's anchored off to a dump truck full of gravel here today, and we usually use a couple of full-size vehicles on the side to help stabilize it. The Mega Flag is about 10,000 square feet. Now think of that in terms of how big your house is. It's 10,000 square feet of kite. And it has no sticks. It's all completely inflated by the wind, and the wind and the internal shroud lines help it maintain its shape so that it actually lifts up off the ground and flies like any other kite would, except it's much bigger. We sat down and did some rough calculations that it could hold 30. That's 30 average school buses. We've flown kites our whole life. I flew kites as a kid. I flew bigger kites as I got to be a bigger kid, and I guess now I'm a really big kid because I've got a really big kite. But our company is known for flying large kites, so when it came time to make a new kite of this genre here in the U.S., we set out to set all the records and make a really big American flag kite.
Ah, we did it!
Well, hey, we're
Yeah,
back.
we're back. And guess what? Change of scenery.
Yes.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we can't take off.
No.
I wish we could.
Yeah, it'd be fun.
But we are in this amazing basket. Now, is this a common basket that they use for the balloons?
They have many different sizes. This is kind of an average that they'll take off. So it'll hold about 4 people, well, including the maestro, or the pilot, I guess,
right.
Bob Raper. So this was his basket. He's donated it to us to kind of show a little bit about how it will be on the days of launch and the tether rides. But they do have larger baskets. I mean, they have baskets that can reach up to 10 to 20 people that you can stand in it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Same size balloons that go.
Yeah, so that would be, and those gotta be considerably more expensive, I would.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. But during the balloon or the Pear Blossom Parade this year, I will be in one of these with the actual burner,
Yeah.
pulling the burner through the parade and the Pear Blossom, as well as the Merlin Parade and the Boatnik Parade. So we will be promoting the Grants Pass Balloon and Kite Festival.
And it's going to have a big balloon attached to it.
No.
No. Just
We
this.
are making our own balloon, a 10-foot tall hot air balloon that will ride in the back of our trailer. And this will be in the back of our farm truck called the Toolbox.
Oh, okay.
And we'll be pulling it.
Yeah.
I told my boss he has to come with me because I'm a little nervous.
Yeah. All right.
Oh my gosh, I don't want the bottom to fall out.
Yeah.
I mean, would you just be holding on to dear life here?
I would definitely have my camera out.
But you haven't gone up in one.
Nope.
And have you gone up in one?
No, a former boss of mine, him and his family got into ballooning big time. And they did that for several years. And Drew and Robin Brown, that used to own and operate Billiards and Sports that I used to work at, and the break room, pool room, they got into it big time. And so a lot of the my pool playing buddies would follow them and help them crew their balloon when they went out.
It's truly a lifestyle.
Yeah.
It is. And the good thing, too, is that you can win a hot air balloon ride as a volunteer. For every 4-hour shift that you do, you get a ticket and you get to put it in the drawing for winning your own hot air balloon ride.
Oh.
And so one of the biggest things, I don't think we totally talked about it, but you are looking for volunteers.
Absolutely.
And,
Absolutely.
and how do you become a volunteer? Do you go to the website? Do you call you guys up? How does that work?
gpballoonfest.com.
Okay.
On the activity page, there is a button you push that says, I want to be a volunteer and how to sign up.
Okay.
Do you get a T-shirt?
You do get a t-shirt.
Oh, well, hey, yeah, you got to collect those volunteer event T-shirts.
Oh, yes.
You know, yeah.
Yeah.
I probably have about 5 concerts in the park for the last few years.
Yeah. So I'm just trying to think if there's anything we missed. So you've got food vendors.
We do.
You've got music playing.
We do.
You've got all these incredible kids activities. I love this that you can make a kite.
Yes.
And there's fees for some things and fees not for other things.
Right, yeah.
Some things are
just
free.
Come out and enjoy the atmosphere, the live music. Like I said, come early, bring your blanket and lay it out and watch the skies because we'll keep it entertaining.
It's kind of like 4th of July.
Yeah.
But balloon 4th of July, right?
Yeah, it sounds like it's going to be a really fun thing. The last attempt that they tried to do this in Medford a few years ago kind of failed miserably. So this is really cool that there's an active quality balloon event restarting and getting established here in the valley.
Yes.
And this just seems like it's going to be an incredible event for you guys. I mean, you went from 10 balloons to 20 balloons. I mean, do you have room for 30 balloons or 50 balloons?
You know, the River Road Reserve property is a 200-acre plot.
Okay.
Oh, well,
And
I guess
if
there's some room there.
if it's more worthwhile for us to have hot air balloons on it as opposed to alfalfa, I think we'll take that. Yeah, so this, anything is possible with the Grants Pass Balloon and Kite Festival, and we're ready to expand. We can handle it.
All right.
And since we're plugging Fort Vannoy Farms,
Yeah.
When you're in the summertime, do you have stuff going on Fort Vannoy Farms?
Absolutely. Our farm stand opens generally the last week of July.
Okay.
But with the weather that we've been experiencing, I'm thinking it might be maybe even a week and a half earlier.
Okay.
Which would be kind of cool. We have started a new CSA program, which is a community supported ag. So we're hopefully delivering produce boxes to different households and just expanding and loving farm life.
And you still have the zip line?
We sure do. Yep.
And the
Come see
cow
that in
train
October.
and the maze and
We have cow train and we'll travel.
Yeah, yeah, and so and if anyone wants to learn more about Fort Vannoy Farms, you can go to archive.org and you can do a search for our episode of Gems of the Rogue Valley that we did in the fall, where we featured your farm and your activities, and that will give everyone a good idea of everything that Fort Vannoy Farms has to offer.
Yes.
Absolutely. Well, I think we're out of time.
Yeah, we're coming to
We're
the
out
end.
of time, and we're gonna just fly away
Yes.
to Oz. I mean, I do feel like I'm Dorothy here. There's no place like home. So we want to thank you for watching Gems of the Rogue Valley and our special gem on the Grants Pass Balloon and Kite Festival.
Yeah, and you can go to gpballoonfest.com to learn more about the event. And if you happen to have any ideas for future episodes of Gems of the Rogue Valley, you can certainly write us at gems@glamourdave.com.
And I want to thank our special guest.
Yeah.
Thank you
Thank
so
you, Jag,
much
for coming on.
for coming and
And-
giving us all this amazing information.
And you can also follow Gems of the Rogue Valley at our Facebook page. So just do a search for Gems of the Rogue Valley there, and you'll find our show page. And so I'm your host, David Glamour Dave Nienow.
And I'm your host, Cassandra Dorothy Fly Away to Home Wasp. And we will
We'll see you next time.